All right, folks, welcome back to the channel. You found us here at KGB Customs, home of what we believe is some of the best custom gun content on the web. We share these custom guns in hopes of sharing some knowledge and to catalog some of the great pieces that come through our shop. Thanks for joining us. If you guys aren't already, I'd like to invite you to subscribe to the channel. And if you don't want to subscribe to the channel, I invite you to at least leave a thumbs up on the video if you got anything out of it. If you really like the things we present here, jump down to the link in the description and join our email list. That's where you'll hear about new things here at the shop first. The videos take time to record and edit and post, and there's often stuff that's in and out of here before the video ever gets posted. Thanks for tuning in. Today we've got a special little carry gun here, a lightweight officer's model built by Yanek. Yanek, well, maybe not a household name, is certainly a well-known name in the pistolsmithing world. John was a long-time pistolsmith. He started pistolsmithing in 1979 and only recently stopped taking work so as he could retire. He was a past Pistolsmithing Guild president and Pistolsmith of the Year. I forget what year, 2009 sticks in my head, but I'm not sure. I believe it's on his website. His website's still active, even though he's not taking in new work, likely as a way for him to still have a community of his customers be able to find him and know that he is starting phases of retirement. So this gun is a 90s enhanced lightweight officer's model. The officer's model Colt, introduced in the 80s, was their smallest 1911 at that time. They did eventually go to a 3-inch barrel and called it the Defender model, but largely very similar in size to this gun. The officers have a 3.5-inch barrel. It's a semi-bull barrel arrangement in the officer's model ACP versus the Defenders are a straight bull barrel. The grip frame on an officer's model gun is shorter than a government or a commander, and it equates to about 1 round or 1/2 inch in height. These guns were the enhanced model. They've got the angled cocking serrations. They have a raised rib like the National Match guns had. And they had a high cut, Colt did a high cut grip notch, their knuckle notch under the trigger guard. That was just kind of hacked in there. This has been obviously addressed and looks much nicer now. The enhanced models also had some other features like a half-hearted attempt at a beveled magwell. Some of them had drop-in duck bill grip safeties that didn't fit well and didn't really look that good either. But it was Colt's attempt to offer something that could compete with the likes of, say, Kimber's in the 90s, when Kimber started making 1911s that had full feature sets. Colt was trying to keep up. A little bit about John, other than what I've already told you. Off his website, a quote from him: "I specialize in the customization of the 1911. I've been pistolsmithing since 1979. All work, with the exception of bluing and plating, is performed by me. My passion for the trade is fueled by my love for the outdoors, hunting, and shooting sports. Before any gun leaves my shop, it is tested for 100% reliability and accuracy. While earlier in my career I built many compensated pistols, some for professional shooters, I no longer build comp guns." And then he goes on to list some important clients of his, including a colonel, Delta Force operatives, Border Patrol, Secret Service, etc. So John had a long, healthy career. Gun would have been built, in the latter third of that career. We'll go down the feature list here. The gun has been tightened up as much as you can with a lightweight frame. And the sights were cut in Novak low mount sights. Those are tritium with white outlines. And that would have been, the hot ticket in the late 90s, early 2000s. Barstow match barrel. It has a match bushing, which I believe is an EGW unit. The recoil assembly has been rebuilt with a full-length guide rod and a heavier duty reverse plug over the Colt stock unit that would on occasion crack and fly out of the gun. Not ideal. The gun has a brown, or it might even be a King's high grip safety on there. We've got a brown tactical thumb safety. The gun has a really nice carry bevel all the way around. Marked here on the dust cover, Yanek custom. The front strap is checkered nicely, 30 LPI, mainspring housing to match. All premium trigger components, all bar stock pieces in there. We got a 3-hole, likely Wilson or Greeter trigger there. Trigger pull. Let me snap it one more time here. To the calibrated finger, this with the 80 series parts intact is about 4¼ pounds, maybe 4. But very clean and crisp. Nicely blended all the way around. The grip safety is nicely blended. Thumb safety is nicely blended and softened. The old Colt knuckle notch there has been cleaned up, and the whole front strap has been high cut up towards that trigger guard. The half-hearted Colt factory magwell bevel has been machined out and opened up further. The mainspring housing is nicely blended to the frame down here. And being a lightweight frame, you know, this gun weighs, I want to say over 1/4 and under 1/2 pound lighter than a steel framed derivative. So a noticeable difference, almost a spare mag's worth of weight that you can save by going with a lightweight carry gun if you prefer. The grips on this gun are really nice too. They look to be Cocobolo, perhaps. Let me look. I think there's a marking in there. Yeah, they're old, I call them hot stamped Hogues. They look like a branding iron was used to mark them. So old Hogues, nicely checkered. John was a guy whose career wasn't always really quiet, but here in the later years it has been. He'd been written up in many periodicals through the years, and was certainly well known and regionally, like on the East Coast, very, very well known. His shop was in Eastern Pennsylvania, I do believe, and you know, built tons of guns for lots of East Coast LEs and guys in 3-letter agencies and competitors too. He mentions that in his bio on his website, how he used to build a lot of competition pistols, but you know, as time went on, he focused solely on the defensive pistol. And that's what this is. This is a little defensive gun. If you want to carry a compact 1911, I encourage you to make sure it's gone through and made reliable if it's not out of the box. He also serrated that rib I talked about. So that flat-topped rib, he serrated that nicely end for end. But a nice example from, you know, one of the good guys, you know, a guy who knew how to build a carry gun that was comfortable to carry and reliable and attractive style-wise. This gun has a gun coat finish on it, which was very popular in the 90s and early 2000s. And the gun, frankly, looks brand new since being built. I don't see a ton of evidence on that breech face or inside this gun anywhere of this gun having any significant round count outside of John's test firing. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said early on, leave us a thumbs up or subscribe to the channel or both. Drop a comment. If you know John, congratulate him on his retirement. There's a lot of gunsmiths that never get the chance to retire. So every time I hear one retiring, it's kind of a bittersweet moment. To hear of somebody leaving the industry is always a bummer, but I would rather see the guy get 10 or 20 good years of retirement in too. He's worked hard enough and deserves it. I know a lot of folks give gunsmiths a lot of crap when they go to retire because, you know, they're in demand. They're usually almost in the highest demand they've ever been at the time they choose to retire. but you know, they, just like anybody else, they deserve that time as well. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one.